Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to News 9 Live. At this point in time, we're tracking the developments coming out of the Parliament. Let's not forget, it is the last day of the budget session. Pretty much a washout if business in the Parliament is considered. The opposition donning black clothes to mark the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi, the Wayanad MP. Now, the House has been adjourned sine die, but what's important here and to note is that the opposition is going to be carrying out this Tiranga March from the Vijay Chowk till this Tiranga March, I beg your pardon, is going to be carried out from the Parliament House to the Vijay Chowk. And also later on, the opposition parties are going to be holding this press conference at the Constitution's Club of India. My colleague Pankaj Mishra with us in the studio. Pankaj, what's the latest that you're picking up? This just in, the houses have been adjourned.
Well, yes, the opposition once again is training its guns on the BJP, and Mallikarjun Kharge, speaking a short while ago, said that this is exactly not the way how they wanted things to go down, and obviously has once again complained to the centre, saying that the way the whole issue was handled, be it Rahul Gandhi's issue, be it Adani's issue, is something that it has left the Congress at least unhappy. And well, the last day, yes, we did not see much of the business going on in this session, Kabir, because obviously the second session of the budget session, the second leg of the budget session, was also marred by acrimonious scenes. And the opposition, two aspects dominated the proceedings. One was the demand for a JPC probe in Adani's association, alleged links with the government. And the second one was the demand of an apology from the BJP. BJP was demanding an apology from Rahul Gandhi on his remarks against what the BJP says anti-India when he was in the UK.
Now, Pankaj, Meenakshi Lekhi, I'm being told, is speaking to the media. Let's quickly cut across.
का प्रण लेने के लिए भी कहा है। साथ ही आज हनुमान जयंती के उपलक्ष्य में बताया कि हनुमान जी को जैसे अपनी शक्तियों का आभास नहीं था और सब कुछ करने की उनमें क्षमता थी, तो देश की और हम लोग की उनसे ही प्रेरणा लेकर अपनी शक्तियों का आभास करते हुए समाज की सेवा और देश की सेवा में संलग्न रहना है। और समाज में जिस प्रकार से चाहे जनधन के खाते हों, चाहे लोगों के घर नल से जल पहुंचाने का काम हो, चाहे सड़कों का जाल बिछाने का काम हो, चाहे 80 करोड़ देशवासियों को राशन देने का काम हो, चाहे कोरोना के समय पर दवा पहुंचाने का काम हो, हर प्रकार से देश की सेवा और इस देश की जनता की सेवा ही हम सबका प्रण होना चाहिए। और 2047 में देश 75 वर्ष पूरे करेगा और इसी बीच भारतीय जनता पार्टी भी अपने 50 वर्ष पूरे करेगी। तो इन दोनों का सम्मिश्रण ऐसा हो कि आने वाले भविष्य के लिए हम लोग फ्यूचर रेडी रहें।
मोदी जी ने ये भी कहा कि
धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव पर 13 घंटे 44 मिनट तक चली, जो इस चर्चा में 143 सदस्य माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी द्वारा केंद्रीय बजट 1 फरवरी 2023 को प्रस्तुत किया गया। 2024 के लिए अनुदान की मांगों सभा द्वारा दिनांक 23 मार्च 2023 की धुन के लिए अपने स्थान पर खड़े हों। धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव पर 13 घंटे 44 मिनट।
On your screens, visuals from the lower house of the Parliament, where there is complete commotion and ruckus before both the houses of the Parliament were adjourned. These are scenarios and the situation inside the lower house of the Parliament. The opposition in the floor, the well of the floor, and calling out for a JPC probe on the Adani issue. Meanwhile, in the Rajya Sabha, the chair, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, he rejected a point of order that was raised by the opposition leader Mallikarjun Kharge that there cannot be any discussion or reference to Rahul Gandhi in the upper house, as he was not a member of the upper house. In the lower house, of course, commotion and complete ruckus. But Pankaj, at the same time, whilst we're looking at these visuals, what does it tell us about the opposition unity? Ever since the budget session commenced on the 13th of March, It seems like the opposition has been, those similar faces, some from the DMK, some from the TMC, the Congress party, of course, leading the charge. They have been together. There is some sort of unity there, isn't there?
Well, yes, as far as taking on the BJP, especially Prime Minister Modi is concerned, opposition shows a united front as far as the Lok Sabha proceedings are concerned. But likewise, the same can't be said in the Rajya Sabha though. But opposition unity as far as Congress's charge is concerned, that is something that we have been witnessing for a long time now. Basically, it's the Congress that starts with a particular commentary, and then the rest of the opposition also joins the bandwagon. But if you look at the proceedings that have happened so far, in both the legs of the budget session, it was a direct contest between the BJP and the Congress, whereas on one hand, the BJP was demanding apology from Rahul Gandhi for his remarks he made in the UK, and which BJP terms as anti-India. And on the other, he talks about the Congress has been asking for a JPC probe in the alleged links between the BJP and the businessman Adani group.
Well, absolutely. Meanwhile, visuals on your screens of what happened minutes ago before both the houses of the parliament were adjourned. Now, there is going to be a tricolour march that the opposition parties are going to take out from the Parliament House to the Vijay Chowk, which is going to be followed by a press conference at the Constitution Club. Now, following the march, these floor leaders are going to address a collective press conference. The opposition parties have been displaying coordination during the budget session of the Parliament and have jointly protested ever since the commencement of this budget session on the 13th of March. The ruling government and the majority in the House demanding an apology from Rahul Gandhi for his remarks that he made on the death of Indian democracy at Cambridge in the United Kingdom. On the other hand, after Rahul Gandhi came out, asked those particular questions to the Prime Minister directly on the Adani issue, the Hindenburg report also acting as a catalyst in that particular tussle. He was later disqualified by the Surat court in a defamation case, and hence the black clothes of the opposition parties over there as well. Just 13 hours of business that was carried out in totality across the budget session from the 13th of March. Today, let's not forget, is the final day of the budget session. Pankaj, do you think there is going to be something different that's going to happen at the Constitution Club when the press conference takes place? Because these marches with large banners suggesting with the big bold letters, death of democracy, that Mallikarjun Kharge is carrying out, as if to say that, what Rahul Gandhi said, the place might have been wrong, but what he said was actually the truth. He is also carrying those same words, and there is a press conference that the Congress also does every time they carry out this particular march as well. But it always, it seems like, falls on deaf ears. With these collective opposition leaders together at one table, sitting out and, putting their views forth for the public to consume on an auspicious day as the Hanuman Jayanti, the BJP's foundation day, and also the last day of the budget session, which again, reiterating for the benefit of the viewers, was a complete whitewash.
Yes, obviously, the opposition, joining hands and coming out to question the government. This Tiranga march that you are referring to, Kabir, is something that the Congress has tried earlier as well. Earlier we saw the black dress protest, then placards and huge posters were also being taken out. But remember, Kabir, the kind of security that was put at the Parliament complex, the road leading to Vijay Chowk. For those who don't live in the national capital or haven't seen the vicinity of the Parliament House, so the road leads to Vijay Chowk. Vijay Chowk normally is the place where most of the media houses have their live vans placed, and the reporters generally, if not reporting from Parliament complex, then report from there. So that also is a hub where maximum media coverage would be there, and Congress and other opposition party leaders would march, calling it a Tiranga rally. Whether security is placed or not, whether they are allowed to carry out this march, something remains to be seen as of now, Kabir. But obviously, to make their point heard and to choose Constitution Club, obviously, where they would converge for a press briefing later in the day, we will have to wait and watch what new ammunition would the opposition bring up this time, because the whole session, as you may recount, has been washed out. Not much business. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla was a short while ago recounting that how many hours in total the productive work was done and how many bills were discussed. Well, that could have been better had the situation been more amicable, but the kind of bedlam and acrimony we saw right after the budget was presented the very next day, it looks like the working hours as of now, the productive hours, that clearly is at loss. Whether there is a political one-upmanship or upper hand, whether the BJP gains it over the Congress or Congress and opposition, joint opposition, gain it over the BJP is secondary in my opinion, Kabir.
Well, brinkmanship and the tussle between the BJP and the Congress, the ruling government of the day and the opposition is certainly far from over. It is going to be interesting to see till where this Tiranga March is allowed to go on, what these opposition leaders say at that press briefing after this march is carried out. And like you pointed out, Pankaj, post-disqualification, there was a lot of security, there were a lot of barricades because the Congress was going to lead the charge in another march. Is that similar situation going to happen today? What kind of optics will this play in the minds of BJP supporters and BJP, people who are supporters of the Congress? That is also going to be interesting to see. We're going to continue to probe those developments and get you the live details as well. Right now, slipping into a quick break. Content continues on News 9 Live. Don't go anywhere.